Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video on my channel, Hairliciously. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys are updated on hair loss and hair transplant topics, as well as updates on current hair loss treatments in the pipeline. Visit my website at hairliciously.com to purchase your microneedling device, which is scientifically proven to stimulate hair growth, my low-level laser therapy cap, DHT blocking shampoo and serum, hair growth vitamins, and a few other products to help those who are losing hair. In today's video, I wanted to cover a topic regarding naturalness in a hair transplant. I realized that it's been a while since I've actually talked about topics on hair transplants itself, and I wanted to cover this topic more into detail because I feel like the most important aspect in a hair transplant is ensuring that the results you get are indeed going to be natural and undetectable. I'm pretty sure that everyone agrees that the last thing you want after a hair transplant is to have somebody that you're speaking with to start drifting their eyes up toward your hairline instead of looking at you in the eye. So when it comes to hair transplants, I think that, one of the most important, if not the most important thing is going to be the hairline itself. The hairline is going to make or break the naturalness of a hair transplant. Anything transplanted behind the hairline, for example, like the mid-scalp or the crown area, isn't going to be as noticeable as a hairline as long as there's adequate density. But when it comes to the actual hairline itself, everyone is going to be able to see your hairline if your hair is up, and if you have a pluggy or unnatural looking hairline, it's going to be a dead giveaway that you actually had a hair transplant. I wanted to talk about this topic because I was actually lurking on Dr. Acar at Cosmetica's Instagram page, and he posted a video of the LCD microscope that his team uses to sort out the grafts after extraction from the donor zone. And you can see here that there are two different types of hair follicles. The one on the left are the more softer single grafts, whereas the grafts on the right are still single grafts, but they are much more thicker in diameter. Honestly, I bring up this topic because the use of microscopes in hair transplants is going to be, I feel like, the #1 determination in obtaining a natural looking hairline. There are obviously other aspects that are just as crucial, including the proper direction, the angle, the density, and the correct slit creations. But as I've mentioned numerous times in a lot of my videos, you have to utilize single grafts into the hairline to get natural looking results. Multi-grafts implanted in the hairline, it's gonna be very noticeable, it's gonna be pluggy, it's gonna be unnatural, as you guys can see in a couple of these examples here. And the reason why we see so many unnatural looking hairlines today is because of the fact that a lot of the modern hair transplant doctors do not utilize microscopes as the one seen by Dr. Acar. Instead, once the grafts are extracted and temporarily placed in a holding solution, they are directly implanted into the recipient zones without actually sorting them out properly without the use of a stereoscopic microscope. This is going to cause a hairline to contain a mixture of single grafts, multi-grafts, ultimately lead to an unnatural looking hairline. It's tedious work, to be honest, because it takes a lot of the extra step to examine each extracted graft and also the tissue itself. And as a result, many clinics and doctors are going to refuse to do this to save time and money, because it is a nuisance to them. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that the use of a microscope is not only going to help visualize the differences in the hairs in each graft, but it is also going to help confirm accurately the number of hairs in the hair follicle itself. Doctors can't see into the scalp tissue to know for sure how many hairs are in the graft when they extract it out from the back of the donor zone, because of the fact that hair transitions throughout various stages in the hair growth cycle. And if they are not properly examined with a microscope, a single hair might actually be a double or triple. So the use of microscopes are going to be paramount to see into the tissue to confirm that they are indeed true single grafts that will be used solely for the hairline. Here are some before and after results from Dr. Acar's clinic at Cosmetica, and as you'll see, hairlines all look extremely natural thanks to the use of microscopes to examine each extracted graft. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that the clinic you are getting your hair transplant is utilizing proper microscopes to really examine and look into the extracted grafts for sorting. You don't want to end up going to a clinic that just randomly implants the grafts extracted into the hairline. You want to make sure that the technicians also, who most likely are going to do all of the sorting, are properly trained. Nowadays, I feel like there's just so many unethical hair transplant clinics because they're just all money hungry. You would think that with the technological advances in hair transplantation, we would usually see better and more natural looking results, but this couldn't be farther from the truth. In fact, I feel like there's such a low threshold of entering into the hair transplant field that anybody with a medical degree in the US can open up a clinic with very little experience. We have hair transplant machines like the NeoGraft or the Artist that eliminate a lot of the work required by the doctors and the technicians, and they just don't have the experience and knowledge of what should go into a proper hair restoration procedure, much less what would make a natural looking hairline. So if you guys are looking for a good, reputable, and experienced clinic that utilizes the latest technologies, including the stereoscopic microscope to properly analyze each graft to achieve a natural looking hairline, I would definitely make sure to look at a clinic that utilizes microscopes. If you guys are interested in Cosmetica, I would also recommend them. I've been representing Dr. Acar's clinic in Istanbul, Turkey because I've seen his work and he doesn't cut any corners. He's one of the best doctors and ethical hair transplant doctors in Turkey that I would highly recommend for anyone wanting natural looking results. If you guys want a free personal online consultation, you can contact Cosmetica by visiting their website at cosmetica.com, and they are going to provide you with information on how many grafts that you guys are going to be needing. There's a good chance that I will also be visiting Turkey towards the end of this year, now that the pandemic is slowly dying out, and I'll be able to walk you guys through the whole process from start to finish. Dr. Acar and I are actually in the process of eventually doing some sort of like a free giveaway for hair transplant, where you'll likely be able to come along with me to Turkey to get a free hair transplant. So it is pretty exciting. It is still in the works, but that's just going to be a separate video, hopefully in the near future. So until then, stay tuned for updates. Thanks for all your support, guys. I really appreciate you just giving me a lot of support. If you guys have not watched my previous video on my clinic, I actually opened up a new scalp micropigmentation clinic. It's called Hairliciously Scalp Micropigmentation. It's out in Rockville, Maryland, and the business is actually going to start opening next month. I'm still in the process of remodeling and getting some permits in order. So if you guys are interested, make sure to send an email. I will give you guys a pretty good discount. Like I said, it's going to work great for FUE, FUT scars, people who are not good candidates for a hair transplant given their moderate to advanced hair loss. And I think SMP is a pretty good alternative. It doesn't require any treatments. You don't have to take any medications, and touch-ups only require every 4 to 6 years, which is very quick. So if you guys are interested, make sure to reach out. But other than that, thanks for everything, guys. Take care, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.